Former Universal Champion teases joining AEW, WWE star goes on a profanity-filled rant against Adam Cole, and Ric Flair's backstage message to top AEW personnel. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. To stay up to date with all of our content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Former Universal Champion teases joining AEW and aligning with Adam Cole. Kevin Owens tweeted and deleted a cryptic tweet hinting towards possibly jumping ship to AEW and reforming his alliance with Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. In the now deleted tweet, Owens mentioned the coordinates of Mount Rushmore. Fans were quick to spot that this was a reference to his stable, Mount Rushmore, with Adam Cole and the Young Bucks before signing with WWE. Earlier this week, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select reported that Kevin Owens' WWE contract, which was originally set to expire in 2023, will now expire in January of 2022. This is because the company's restructured of the contracts of several stars before the pandemic. Although it's not yet known why WWE decided to shorten KO's contract, the above report, combined with Owens' tweet, has led to massive speculation among fans that the current SmackDown star could soon be jumping ship to AEW. It is also worth noting that KO has changed his bio location on Twitter to almost there. Kevin Owens signed with WWE in 2014 and straight away became one of the top stars of NXT. He won the NXT Championship a year later from longtime rival Sami Zayn and had an incredible title reign. By the time Adam Cole signed with WWE in 2017 and started appearing on the Black and Gold brand, Owens had already moved up to the main roster and established himself as a top star. There was a lot of speculation about Cole moving up to the main roster, but that never happened, and fans never got to see a rival rivalry between the two in WWE. However, they did face each other once during their long time together in the promotion. This happened at TakeOver War Games 2019 when Owens made a surprise return to NXT for one night and joined Team Ciampa against the Undisputed Era. In what was an incredible match, Team Ciampa defeated the Undisputed Era. Damian Priest challenges underused WWE legend. Raw superstar Damian Priest wants to get in the ring with WWE legend Jeff Hardy in the near future. He laid out an open challenge to the former WWE champion, who is one of the many legends he wants to face. In a recent interview with Metro UK, Priest stated that there are several WWE legends on both Raw and SmackDown that he wants to face in the future. One of the legends he wants to face is Jeff Hardy, who has been in the wilderness for a while now in WWE. Saying, quote, "As far as other people, man, Jeff Hardy can call me any day he wants to get in the ring. I'll be game for that. It's Jeff Hardy." There's a lot of legends that are still here and can still go, and I'm game for it. And that's just talking Raw. We're not even talking about the SmackDown roster. As far as Raw goes, there's a slew of guys, but of course, I want the top guys. End quote. Priest and Jeff Hardy haven't locked horns in a match in WWE yet, since the former was called up to the main roster earlier this year. Damian Priest revealed in the same interview that he asked WWE Hall of Famer Triple H if he wants to have a match backstage at WrestleMania 37. Priest teamed up with Bad Bunny at the Show of Shows and faced the team of The Miz and Morrison. The United States champion also wants to face a few other Hall of Famers like Edge and Kane in the future. Priest has been a prominent player on Monday Night Raw since being called up to the main roster earlier this year. He won his first title on the main roster at SummerSlam when he defeated Sheamus for the United States title. WWE star goes on a profanity-filled rant against Adam Cole. WWE star and commentator Pat McAfee had some harsh words for Adam Cole on the latest edition of The Pat McAfee Show. Adam Cole made his All Elite Wrestling debut at the All Out pay-per-view to a loud pop and reunited with his friends Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and others. McAfee recently went on a rant directed towards Cole on his latest stream. McAfee didn't hold back while addressing Cole, but made it a point to praise him towards the end of his rant, saying, quote, "We're gonna talk about Bebe later. That was quite a big moment last night. You know, he's a piece of shit, that guy. I mean, congrats to him, and that is a pretty big deal, but fuck that guy. I can't take this guy. You know, dude, like, he's terrible scumbag asshole. Can't say it enough, prove it again last night. Just can't help it. It oozes from his body. You stand too close to him for too long, he's like when I had to for 20 some minutes, first time no crowd, no big deal. When I went out there, you're worried that the scum is gonna osmosis through. That was a pretty fucking big moment. Now with that being said, what a terrible guy. Congrats though. It was really fucking cool to see. And it was great to hear that f***ers was loud. End quote. Cole was a guest on the July 23rd, 2020 episode of the Pat McAfee Show. Things heated up pretty quickly as McAfee mocked Cole, laughed at him when he dubbed himself the king of NXT and made fun of his height. Cole ended up creating a ruckus and breaking McAfee's equipment before leaving the spot. The two finally squared off at NXT TakeOver 30, with Cole emerging victorious at NXT TakeOver War Games on December 6, 2020. The Undisputed Era took on Danny Burch, Oney Lorcan, McAfee, and Pete Dunne inside the Hellish structure. This time around as well, Cole left with his hand held high. Adam Cole has started afresh in All Elite Wrestling, and it'll be interesting to see how he's handled in the promotion in the coming months. There's no love lost between him and McAfee. Fans of the feud would love to see this bitter rival square off again somewhere down the line. Former WWE star spotted backstage at AEW All Out with Ruby Soho. Former WWE star Sarah Logan was spotted backstage at All Out 2021, where she appeared to support Ruby Soho, who made her AEW debut at the show. AEW's official YouTube channel recently put out a video called Road to Dynamite Cincinnati. The most notable moment of the video was Sarah Logan's appearance alongside her baby. Logan stated that she and Ruby Soho had always been there for each other during their careers' pivotal moments. Logan added that she flew to Chicago to support Soho and that her former Riot Squad stablemate was genuinely surprised to see her. Ruby Soho then stated that she started crying after seeing Logan and her baby appeared unexpectedly to show their care for her. At All Out 2021, Ruby Soho appeared as the Joker in the Women's Casino Battle Royal. She went on to win the bout after eliminating Thunder Rosa last, also gaining a shot at the AEW Women's Championship in the process. Meanwhile, Sarah Logan departed WWE in April of 2020 after a 6-year stint with the company. Later in the year, Logan announced that she would be stepping away from professional wrestling for the foreseeable future. Ruby Soho will square off against Jamie Hayter in her debut singles match. Soho would hope to get the better of Hayter, who also happens to be AEW Women's Champion Britt Baker's muscle. The latest AEW signee is expected to win the match and build momentum after her championship match sometime down the line. However, Jamie Hayter is one of the most dominant female wrestlers, and she is sure to push Soho to the absolute limit. Ric Flair's backstage message to top AEW personnel. Ric Flair was full of praise for AEW president Tony Khan and the way he managed things backstage in the company. Flair told Khan that he's doing a great job and that he's proud of what he's doing in AEW. In the post-All Out media scrum, Tony Khan was asked about Ric Flair potentially joining AEW in the future. Khan was coy about the two-time WWE Hall of Famer switching to AEW, but narrated a recent backstage story anecdote about him and Ric Flair in AEW. Saying, quote, "I had a good amount of time where Ric was sitting next to me while I called the show, and it would be like coaching a basketball game and having Michael Jordan in the seat over with you and come over to say later and say, 'Your command is incredible. I'm so proud of you. I had no idea, and it's a hard job.' And to have Ric Flair tell you, 'You did a great job,' that's the greatest compliment as a wrestling person I can get. He's the reason I'm doing this, and he's been a great friend to me." End quote. Ric Flair was backstage for a few AEW shows recently and posted a couple of videos with AEW stars on his social media. WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff believes Ric Flair would increase AEW's ratings if he joined the company. Bischoff argued that older talent can help AEW get ratings, stating the example of Chris Jericho. Flair is currently a free agent after he asked for his release from WWE last month and was granted it. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. For more news stories and exclusive content, be sure you follow us on all of our social media. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.